Hi, hello, this is Ali Imran Surah, and I will read verses about uh, God's angels help the believers. And it mentions the war. God has granted you victory at Badr despite your weakness. Therefore, you shall observe God to show your appreciation. You told the believers, is it not enough that your Lord supports you with 3,000 angels sent down? Indeed, if you steadfastly persevere and maintain righteousness, then they attack you suddenly. Your Lord will support you with 5,000 angels, well trained. God thus informs you in order to give you good news and to assure your hearts victory comes only from God, the Almighty, Most Wise. He thus annihilates some disbelievers or neutralizes them. They always end up the losers. It is not up to you. He may redeem them or he may punish them for their transgressions. To God belongs everything in the heavens and the earth. He forgives whomever he wills and punishes whomever he wills. God is forgiver, most merciful. Um, oh, you will believe, you shall not take, usually compounded over and over. Observe God that you may succeed. Be aware of the hellfire that awaits the disbelievers, and you shall obey God and the messenger that you may attain mercy. So here, first of all, we should know that um, there's no such war to make money or material gain in Quran, and it would be against God's will. So this is a it's talking about defensive war, and or people are attacking them first. So and God, so here you may think that I previously think about it, and I will try to analyze and understand it, so that here we see that God really involves the process of war, and I think the reason is that because once you join war to defend your country or defend your place, and you are doing it also for God, and you know that you are righteous, and then it means dying is possibly uh, will stop you. You know, it will. So if you can die for something, it means that you have showed that you can do everything for God. So there's no better thing to do. You know, there's no better demonstrations. But like God doesn't like suicide, so you cannot say simply like I want to prove my love to God, I will kill myself. It doesn't work. Like it will end up hell probably. But what I mean here is that so God includes angels and their support, and probably because uh, God wants to God wants to help them, and then God wants to show the appreciation and acceptance of them, and then so that um, they can live for longer time, and it will be examination for them. But it doesn't. So if they lose it, and it may mean that God doesn't like them, or it may mean that God wants things to be that way. So maybe there are other plans. So, but this is indeed interesting. So so they can be injured too during the war, and it is a terrible thing. And and uh, so and the rest read more. If they fall in sin or wrong their souls, they remember God and ask forgiveness of their sins. And who forgives the sins except God? And they do not persist in sins knowingly. Their recompense is forgiveness from their Lord, and gardens flowing streams. They abide therein forever. What a blessed reward for their workers. Precedents have been set for you in the past. Roam the earth and note the consequences for the unbelievers. So, and also another thing is, just because your country claim that believer, it doesn't make them automatically believer. So they should follow the God's law, and and they should and there should be at least I think majority of them should believe. This is not like, I declare that I believe in X religion or Y religion, so this is not like that. So God should accept them as a believer. That is the condition. So that's why, some atheists are asking, like, they claim to be Muslim, why their country is not going better. And the answer is they claim to be Muslim, so God doesn't know that. We don't know if they're really Muslim, and we don't know God's plans. Maybe they're Muslims, and so that just because of someone claimed that believer, it doesn't make them automatically believer. So God has different way of calculation and better calculation than us. Yeah, so and maybe this is temporary, maybe in the future they will be better, so God knows better. So here I try to understand the surah, and I'm not sure I gave like a concrete uh, opinion, because I'm not an expert about it and I don't know about it, but I just try to interpret this sending angels. And also during the war, and when you are in trouble, in big danger, you most likely ask more help. So that's why it is important. So anyway, that's all I want to mention in this video. And thanks for watching this. And if you think I made a mistake, you can comment. And translations may change, and you can read other translations as well. And see you in the next.